How's it going, people? Welcome back to another episode of the Here's the Craic podcast. We are back. We did a solo episode, we did a guest episode, last week with the one and only India Sasha. So if you haven't listened to that, go back and listen to it. This is our first solo episode. Not ever, but we did a little bit of a break. We didn't take a break from posting, but we did take a little bit of a break from recording. So without further ado, we'll get into Strange and Startling.
Here we go.
So what's been happening? Well, we're back. We're back after a couple of weeks off recording, as I said. Obviously, lots happened. You've bought a flat.
Yes, sir.
I got married.
Did
Yes,
you?
sir.
No fucking shit.
You've been thriving.
I've been doing fuck all. I'm just working. Hey, the only man know a bit of working. I'm here. Fuck me.
Flat out. Hey.
You did take some time off though after my wedding, didn't you?
Yeah.
What'd you get up to?
Swell for you.
Couldn't afford to go anywhere.
You know, how does it feel that you are the next person to get married? How does it feel that, like, because you always said to me, you were like, once yours is over, I think it'll really set in, you know? Is it set in?
Why are both looking at me like that's so serious?
Give us your fucking answer.
Scary, like.
Yeah.
Can't lie, like.
It's scary, man.
It is scary, like.
Yeah. What's going through your head?
You gonna back out?
Not in that sense, like it's a lot of money.
Yeah, it's
And
a
I
lot
say,
of money.
like, yeah. I think because your wedding, I was sort of just like, once we get his over with, we'll worry about stuff. And now it's like,
No, you have to worry about stuff.
everything's booked and all, but it's just like
Yeah.
paying for stuff.
It's
and all,
stressful,
you're
like-
it's a lot of money.
But
yeah.
it is what it is. And
And it's like, no, it's just coming in now. Like this is it.
T-minus less than a year.
It's fucking.
You get married in August.
Yeah.
So,
Like
like,
getting married, but it's probably the easiest bit. It's just the organising everything. Like.
it's stressful though. Nothing prepares you, honestly.
Mm.
Nothing prepares you for, like, standing up at the front of that church. And,
Jesus.
like, I'm not joking, as soon as, like, everybody went deathly silent and stood up and the organ started going or the piano started going, I was
Your
like,
organs are going in.
there's a split second in our wedding video where I think I look at you and you can see me mouthing the words, "It's go time." And I think I looked at you and smiled and went, "It's go time," and just laughed. But, like, you can just see me going from you smiling and joking to then going, and then, like, standing and
Leave that
watching
in.
the door. And then Lucinda walked in her dress and everybody went, and I was like, and then even her walking towards me, you just, like, get, it's like emotional. It's a very emotionally driven day. It's weird. Like, I was sitting at mum and dad's, we used to in the morning, and you're just kind of chit chatting and you're like, I'm getting married today. This is weird. Meanwhile, my dad's trying to shove sausage sandwiches down your.
Fuck. Mr. fucking Sausage Day.
Are you eating?
You have sausage sandwiches, and then he comes in one on, he goes, right, there you go, hey, no one, and then you're like, right, fuck.
I've never seen someone cook as much bacon and sausage in one go in my fucking life.
And then he comes out,
It was
and then
a bucket.
he was ready for 3 then.
Yeah. Oh,
And
big
I
boy
I
was
was like,
getting fed.
I've already had one. Oh, there's another one. You need that. Get that in you now. And he's like, no, I'm not fit for another one. But I ate it anyway. And then he comes out with a fucking third. I was like, look, you're taking the piss now a bit here.
You want me to fit into this?
Fucking 10 pigs out the back.
I am going to shit myself during this wedding if I
But he
keep
is.
forcing these in.
Then he comes out with the coconut buns, like.
The coconut cream fingers. Yeah. He was so annoyed that no one ate them. I was like, what do you mean
We
you're
had
annoyed?
some.
We did eat them.
We'd
I
have
did
one.
you?
each,
Half
yeah.
one.
I know,
That's
you're
a
such
fit one.
you're such a twat, half in it, putting it in half.
I wasn't
was like,
fit for a
just
full one, like,
wind your neck
Jesus,
in,
hey.
man. But it's a weird day.
What do you
Like,
think of it, man?
honestly,
Looking
I
back?
loved every second of it. It was
Did
just
you
good.
actually?
Yeah, I did. It was really nice. Like, it was just a
Would you
nice.
say it was one of the best days of your
It
life?
was the best day of my life.
Wow.
Yeah, it was.
People
It was-
always say that.
It
You're
was.
Do they mean it?
If I could go back and do the day again without all the prelim stress, I would. Like, on the day, you just have this overwhelming sense of, like, this is my day, and the amount
is
of
my
fucking effort I've put into this, I will damn well enjoy it. Like,
Yeah.
you know, there was a few things happened, like, on the build up to it. Like my mum's side of the family got COVID, they ended up dropping out, people missed planes, and, like, all that there on the day of the morning of the wedding. I was like, don't care, it's go time.
Yeah.
That's it. But it's just such an up and down. Like, it's like a level of, it's weird because you like build yourself up to the ceremony bit, and then after it's done, it's all like this feeling where you're like, you're like coming out and everybody's throwing the confetti, and it's all like you've got the people around you that you love, and it's really nice. And then, like, you go to the venue, you get the photos, and it's really, really nice. And then the next minute it just clicks. I have to do a speech. Oh no. Fuck. That's it. But went well. Everybody seemed to have a good day. It was a very chill day. Aaron, you were there?
I was there enjoying everything.
Aaron didn't enjoy the sip.
I didn't not enjoy this. What the fuck is this?
What was
I
in
don't
your
even remember having seen to be honest.
So we obviously had a 3-course meal at the Laymore, and all the ones that sat at Aaron's table were pure taking the piss and was like, Aaron wasn't fussing the soup, and I was like, what do you mean the soup was lovely?
Right. How long? Right. Everyone at the table was like, this soup is the best soup I've ever had in my life. And I uttered the words, it's just soup. Because, fair play, it was nice soup, but it was vegetable fucking soup. It was fine. It tasted nice. It was grand. But everyone was getting on like it was the best fucking thing ever invented in the world. And I said, it's just soup. And that obviously translated to Aaron fucking hates the soup, which he didn't. I like the soup, but it was soup.
Jesus.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's just broth water. You know what I mean?
Water wheel, you know.
But yeah, fair. But obviously, a couple of episodes ago, we did the wedding podcast the night before the wedding, and nerves were building, and we talked about Thomas's speech. How did the speech go?
I don't know.
It went really well.
Can't believe I cried. Like,
Tommy
I don't think I
cried.
actually cried. I just
You
got
did. You
choked
welled up.
Yeah.
You choked up at one point, and then you kind of had to stop and take a breather.
Had a drink.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's but like fuck me, hey, like I couldn't get over it. Like, it's
What do you
just
mean?
like it's when you hear yourself speaking on the mic, you're like, this is weird,
It's just
and
me.
then it's like hearing yourself speak, it's weird. Like even
I-
though we do
Yeah.
fucking podcast every
I
week, like,
specifically remember after my speech was done, and I sat down and went, and then it was like, and now next is the best man, Thomas.
I think it's done.
You
The fact you're lost too, like.
And you grabbed the mic and you stood
I
up.
never sat down. I just kept stalling.
You stood up and went, hello everyone. And then I looked around, you did no phone or no like paper out in front of you, and I went, is this bitch learning this freehand? I thought, I'm sitting with a piece of paper out, and he turned around and went, no, I've memorized it. And then you went, I'll get my phone out. I went, thank God for that.
I'm getting a bit too confident there. Like. Yeah, no,
It was really-
it was good.
It was really
Yeah.
good. Everybody talked about it afterwards and was like, that was just a genuinely nice, like funny, but also genuine best man speech. I think a lot of people like stand up and their main goal is, how can I get the most laughs and take the piss? And I think it turns into a bit of a, here it goes. But like everybody that I talked to afterwards, and I'm not saying this to blow smoke up your ass, everybody afterwards said like that was just a genuinely good solid best man speech. Genuine.
Solid.
Fair play from the point of view of the audience.
Audience.
The guests.
Aaron's like, it was just a speech.
Yeah.
Just like the
Just a
sip.
speech.
Basic pitch.
No, it was very nice. It was very good. All the speeches were class.
Yeah.
I was
Your
so
mom's speech
fucking
was very
nervous.
good.
Nervous for you.
Well, you actually.
There is
I just
I
don't
remember
know
sitting
what
down
it
in the
was.
shed being like, you done good.
I'm
You done
really
good.
I was like,
I'm really looking forward to watching the video back and watching him watching you. I think
Fuck.
that'll be good.
I don't know. I was like laughing at the other speeches and stuff, and then it was just the way they set everything on you at the end. It was like, and now for the best man, like really like, built it up and shit. And it just hit me. I was like, holy fuck, I would not like to be in right now. And I was sitting there fucking sweating.
You know
I was
what's the
like,
ironic thing? In August, you will be that person.
oh fuck.
But it was a bit, to be fair, like
Your mom's. I don't think, because I think as well, because everyone goes before you sort of get emotional. Like your mom's
Yeah.
speech, like I was like, holy fuck, the Mumford and Sons line and all. I was like,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, are
Tommy
you for
was
real?
blubbering before I
Are
was.
you for real?
Yeah.
Your mum's speech was really good.
Yeah.
It was fucking.
Yeah.
She just
Yeah.
pulled it out of the bag.
Smashed it.
Like.
Yeah.
I was
Because I just said on the off chance, because obviously my dad's not bigly into like public speaking, so I just said to him, I was like, listen, if you want to go up and say a few words, or if you want to like do a few words and pass the mic over to mum, because mum is pretty confident, I was like, crack
Yeah.
on. And then mum was like, no, I wouldn't mind if like, and I was like, we don't care, crack on.
yeah.
And then as
I
soon
love
as
the way she started the speech. She's like, listen to his mom's name.
a season.
Oh, Season, if we could do this.
Yeah, she's
It's just
so like she's so
classic.
like just classic Rebecca. Just
Yeah.
I've got permission.
Yeah.
And then she whipped out the notebook, and I was like, oh god, you couldn't have written it down your phone or something. You had to write a notebook.
What is it she got your brother-in-law to get something
The
wrong?
Mumford and Sons quote.
And he's like, you can't fucking work a phone.
Yeah.
It was good.
Mum was like, I've lost this. Get
Even
it.
the way she held herself during that, like
Yeah.
if that was me, I would have been in fucking panic mode, like
Yeah.
sweating, and she was like,
There's a
sitting
stage
fucking making jokes and
I
all.
actually thought I wasn't going to be able to finish the speech. Like.
Yeah.
That's why I kept going like, what the fuck? Like, because I couldn't fucking speak.
It was. You had me. Like I was crying.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
to be fair, I just listened to to be fair, Lucinda's dad got me a little bit. Then my mum got me a little bit. Then I obviously had mine, and obviously stuff that I said in mine made me choke up a little bit. I poured through.
Yeah.
But then I think it was after mine was done, and I knew like I didn't have to hold it together anymore.
Mm.
And then I think it was something like you said something like, I always know that Ross is on the other end of the phone if I need him. At that point, and then you choked, and then I choked, and I was like, oh God. And then Lucinda afterwards was like, I didn't know Thomas loved you that much. I was like, he doesn't. It was all for show.
Meanwhile, I was just sitting there a sweaty mess. Like.
Why the fuck? You never knew you
I
were
don't
so
know.
fucking
I
nervous,
don't
like.
even know why.
But really good. Really, really good.
Thanks, guys.
And moving on, you got a flat.
I did.
How's that journey been for you?
Fucking tough, eh? It's fucking hard. You don't realise how much money you have to spend and shit. Like.
Yeah.
That's because obviously we bought a flat that needed a bit of work, and we thought, we'll move in, get new floors, get
Yeah.
the whole place out, bang bang. Fucking, I think we've probably spent like $5 or $6 grand so far,
Jesus.
and we haven't done the floors yet. No fucking blinds in the place. We spent on like fridge, couch, and all that shit. Like.
You have a really nice couch.
Yeah, it was worth it. Like, but what do you call it? It's just so much. Even
The
fucking-
TV though.
the
How can you
TV,
not mention the TV?
the
like?
TV, the 65-inch.
Is she a big boy?
I'm
You
afraid to put it on the wall.
You missed the girls' mouth thing or the boys' mouth thing in next week's episode.
Yeah.
I'll tune in.
Perfectly applies to you. It was like boys' mouth, buy a 65-inch TV, but you don't buy a table.
Yeah.
Fair. Launchers, but
Yeah.
the amount of shit you have to sign up for too, like electric bills, and then like
She's like,
fucking-
what
It's
do
just
you
a
mean?
standard stuff.
I know,
like.
but then like
He
the
was like, we
mortgage,
need to sort this out. She's like, just flick the switch.
I like mortgage, and then fucking getting the boiler fixed and all, and then what do you call it? Rates,
Yep.
and
Oh, love a good rate
fucking
bill, hey.
insurance, and then we've got like a common area fee as well for.
LPS. Love them.
My fucking god, you think this is great? Oh, I've got a mortgage, it's like fucking 600 quid or something. Oh, fuck all. And then you realise I've got like another 500-600 quid of stuff on top of that, like just to live. Like.
Jesus.
It's mental. And then you don't even have food.
Yeah.
It's so fucking
We
expensive.
get into like a good rhythm where we pay the mortgage and we pay the land, property services, we pay the Wi-Fi, we pay the
Wi-Fi as well, yeah.
the life insurance. It's like, flip, we're doing well. And then bang, Power NI comes in. I'll have £300, please.
I know,
That's
it's-
Caller. Caller, like 300 odd quid every quarter.
I'm
And then
sort of
Power
trying to.
NI, like,
That's a lot, no?
I'm trying to figure
Yeah.
out how much we're spending on gas a month. I've got 20 quid top up. There was a bit in it. and I've
she's
got like a
putting in
20.
20 quid. Aoife, that'll last us to the new year.
I've found myself coming home and the place is roasting and I'm like, here, don't knock the fuck off.
would you get
We can't afford that.
Shay coming back with like an hoodie. I got you this. More economical. Put that hoodie on.
Hot water bottles all over the house.
Yeah.
Take that. Shut the fuck up.
You really feel bad about putting it on then too. Like.
Jeez.
And then she's leaving fucking lights on around the house and you're like,
Ah,
God.
dear, right.
Here we go.
Oh god, this is
Oh.
where it all goes down now.
that's the
Like.
start of it. Like.
We our whole house is gas. So like if we put on warm water, it's gas.
Yeah.
Showered, it's gas. The whole like cooking gas. Like we don't. It's literally all gas.
Mhm.
So like I've like when you walk in and like Lucinda's just doing something at the table. And you look around and she's got the hot water running. You're like, what? Look, hey,
Get
stop that!
the fuck off now. No,
20p in the jar.
it is good though. Like. It's nice having your own space and stuff. Like. And
I
then
knew you were really happy the day where we stayed because when I got up the next morning and went into your living room, you were sitting watching morning TV,
yeah.
just reclined on your sofa, and I went, "You all right, bro?" And you were like, "Yeah, I'm just watching some morning TV." And I went,
You just find yourself doing things like that. It's like
the fuck?
I don't want to watch morning TV, but it's like I'm an adult now. I have a
Yeah.
house. I have to fucking watch
He goes-
the
he
news.
goes, "Bro, it's just something so nice about watching morning TV in your own place." And
Should
I
we-
went, "I know."
A couple of days before that, I went for a walk through town at like 8 o'clock in the morning. It was fucking bliss, hey.
Yeah.
Like you never see Belfast that quiet. Like
You are a culture who has arrived in the city.
it's mad though. Like it was the night after we went out that weekend, and or was it? Yeah, it was. No, sorry, it was the day before that. And I just got up. I think I had to go get the gas, and then I walked up the street, and Tesco's didn't do it, and I walked on ahead, and there was nobody about. Like it was such a scene. Like, it was unreal. Because like the night before I'd come through and the place was pumping, like, with drunk people and all around it, like what you're sort of used to seeing, like. But it's nice, like.
Feeling like Will Smith and I Am Legend. Like.
That's sort of yeah, like just shit from like debris from the night before and all lying around the place. Like. It's like I need to do this more often. That's good, like. Good to clear the head, like. Exactly.
This is adulting now.
This is it.
Sad.
The boys are getting wide in band houses.
Getting excited about fucking fridges and all coming.
I
Like.
feel like,
Telling you.
your adult thing when all you do is talk to your mates about money.
Yeah.
Fuck,
We were so excited
Yeah,
the other day
yeah.
when our new fridge and washing machine arrived, because we've been in the house like a year, and we've always said the house came with like its own fridge and washing machine, but they weren't what we wanted.
Yeah.
So we were like, we're gonna wait till after the wedding. Then it arrived the other day, and see taking the cellophane off that fridge. Oh my God, I was like, yes.
Aoife ripped it off without me.
yeah.
She didn't even do it right. She left wee bits and all in the corner. And
It
all.
was funny the other night. They were taking the TV. He was erecting the TV, and Aoife went, "Can I take the plastic bits off?" And Shay just went, "Yeah, that's all right." But you could tell Shay was like,
My TV.
"Wanker."
Sitting with a Stanley knife, like, okay.
Yeah. I hate IKEA now too. Just
How many
despise
times have you been to
IKEA. Like.
IKEA now?
Well, I think 3. But
3.
The shit we brought home, like it's great.
You
IKEA's
buy wee small shitty things,
Yeah.
in wee boxes and shit.
Yeah, but we went because we needed the TV unit and wanted a cabinet for the bathroom, to put shit in, and then we needed a dresser for the room as well. So we landed home. All this actually squeezed all in my car. Like, I had the front seat and back seats and all down, and Aoife sat in the boot. And
Get you in there.
IKEA is great. Like,
Aoife strapped to the roof.
you're walking about IKEA and it's like, oh, this is class. Oh, I'd love that and all that.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, you have to go fucking find it after that, like.
No, the worst
And
bit.
then you get home, and then you have to fucking build it, and you're like, I can't be asked.
Bro,
Uh,
you were sweating
I was
the other
pissing.
night. I called round.
I only finished that 2 nights
He was
ago.
lying on the floor screwing the TV cabinet, and I went, "All right, bro," and he just went. He was sweating.
I was like,
dripping.
we'll get all this built tonight, like, before everyone comes over and all. Fucking no, I literally got halfway through that cabinet, and that I only finished.
were
I only
sweating.
finished it 2 nights ago.
You
Put the
look
doors
like a
on.
man that was hard at work. Hey,
It's tough, eh?
You're not made
Fucking
for this
tough,
life,
eh?
no?
It's not easy. Fuck IKEA, I hate them.
Jesus.
but anyway, what else is strange in Startland?
Wanted to talk about the whole influencer boxing scene.
So this weekend
Obviously, Tommy Fury KSI fight, pretty shit.
was really
Let's
bad.
be
Oh
honest.
man, that was a fucking.
The
joke.
best fight was the Slim and Salt Papi fight. It was good. Like,
100%.
it was good.
Was really
See,
good.
that's a lot.
Logan Paul,
Fought Dylan.
it
Dennis.
was shit, but you sort of expected it.
Yeah.
But I think because it was such a balls, you were like, right,
This'll be
this is the big one. Like, this is
Mm.
gonna be good. Shit.
See, Dylan Dennis landed more punches on the security than he did Logan.
But
Truly, like,
officially, like,
he only
yeah.
landed 8 punches in Logan
He just
Paul.
wasn't hitting him. I think he was just in
Fucking
there.
terrible.
Like, that was just the plan.
But I
It's just
sort of
payday.
felt like he could have.
He
Like,
did-
it wasn't as
doesn't
if
seem like he actually trained to do anything.
Yeah,
he
it
was
was-
out in Manchester the night before drinking.
it was sort of like he
Like,
was
what the fuck?
he was taking shots well and stuff and like dodging shit, but he just didn't throw anything back.
I think what Dylan Dennis thought in his head was, I'm gonna get in here and just not get knocked out and prove to you that you're shit.
Yeah.
And if I can just survive these rounds, get paid, and try and make a meme out of you, that was his 2 goals. But it really did backfire because most of the community were like, he's a bitch.
It didn't look good on him.
No.
But then at the same time, Logan Paul never really looked like hurting him. Like,
No.
as much as he hit him a lot, like,
Yeah.
he never looked like he was going to knock him out. Like,
I honestly thought throughout the whole fight Dylan Dennis could have knocked Logan Paul out at any stage.
if he
Like.
actually knew what he was doing.
If he literally landed one decent punch, I felt like Logan would have went down. Like.
He had some punches. Like to be
Yeah.
fair, Logan Paul was absolutely beating on him. Like,
There
and
was
he just
one
Yeah.
stage he
didn't,
just
like.
battered him.
Yeah.
He was
the
munching
I think
punches.
the
Like.
KSI Tommy Fury fight was one like, yeah.
Imagine
weird.
paying 20 good for that. Like.
Me and him were watching it. Me and Tommy were watching it, and as soon as they went, and the judges have scored this one 56-57 to Tommy Fury, I looked at him and went, "Whoa."
Yeah.
The whole time you were like, KSI's won this.
Yeah.
Like,
I actually said to him afterwards, I was like, I think KSI's won this, and if he
Yeah.
has, this is going to be terrible for
That
Tommy
was it.
Fury.
It was 3 rounds each that sort of
Yeah.
put it
But
out
the
as, and then they got it deducted a point for the
Yeah.
punch in the back of the head. But Tommy Fury did that about 5 or 6 times, like.
I don't know.
But then at the same time, I sort of thought KSI was turning away. So like,
He knew what he was doing, but like that's what
whenever you're punching from the side and he turns around, like, where else are you gonna hit him? Like,
they were talking about that in the commentary. They were saying like that wouldn't happen in a real boxing fight. Like they'd
Yeah.
know not to do that. And it was like KSI as well. Like kept going in. Like he was just going in for the clinch. Like he
Yeah.
wasn't
Yeah.
trying to fight him.
Yeah.
Whereas I think if he was trying to fight him, Tommy Fury probably would have beat him. Like.
yeah. I suppose it's a lose-lose for
But
Tommy
like
Fury,
what
like, isn't
happens
it?
now? Like
Yeah.
KSI fights
was really the
Jake Paul,
question. Like so,
Tommy Fury goes and does.
do you think that should be it now?
Yep. I'm sick of it.
But I don't think KSI
Yeah.
fights Logan Paul. I think they both will want to fight, or not Logan Paul,
Jake
Jake
Paul.
Paul. I think they'll both want to fight Tommy Fury.
Yeah.
Possibly.
I don't think Tommy Fury's arsed. And
He's
the right,
laughing.
the
though.
right,
He'll
the,
want to fight him.
the bank, though.
He's not going to make
No,
that
no,
money.
but the right thing for Tommy Fury to do is go, I'm out. If this is what if he wants if he wants to be a professional boxer, he needs to move away from
Yes.
that.
Who's he gonna fight and win in professional boxing?
Well,
though,
that's
like?
it though.
He is
Like he
gonna
needs to
get
move away.
smashed.
Like the money will probably not be as good, but like the exposure he's got, the brand deals he's probably got,
yeah.
you know, the money he even earned from that fight, he should just like
It's
he's
the
done it.
brand as well,
Yeah.
the name now. Like he's building a name for himself. Like people know who he is now. So like it's going to get to the stage now where he'll go back to normal boxing. He'll be like, well, I can sell a fight. Like
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, the money I'm making will go to my family. It's like, it's not like you're like per anyway. Like Molly May's your fiance, like she's earning
I
bank.
know,
like,
she's
like
keeping you well.
Yep, man. Like.
yep, man.
So I looked up some of the biggest purses because the whole thing was going to be like, oh, what's like is I don't actually think influencer boxing's making more money than normal boxing yet. Like, so we looked at some of the biggest purses ever. So some of these, like I think these are calculated based on the inflation rate at the minute, but basically the biggest purse was Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah.
2015, the purse was 366 million.
Fucking hell. What was that split? Was it winner
I
got
think that's
2?
the overall purse. Like
So did he get like 100 and then Manny Pacquiao got?
I don't know
50 or
what
something,
way
or?
the split would have worked. Second was Sugar Ray Leonard in 1980. It was 336 million. This is worked out of inflation, like so
Yeah.
what it would be worth now. Third, Floyd Mayweather McGregor, 154 million. The purse was.
Flip me.
And then I think it's the fifth one here is Logan Paul Mayweather,
Yeah.
76 million.
Right.
Sixth is Jake Paul and Nate Robinson, 66 million. Anthony Joshua Klitschko was his 10th,
Right.
35 million.
Right.
So like
It's probably the
the
only
Jake
real
Paul Nate
boxing
Robinson
bout there.
fight
Like.
was nearly double that. Like
Yeah.
so, I think that's mad. Like
Bar the Manny Pacquiao one and
The Manny
Mayweather,
Pacquiao,
like
what was the purse for KSI and Tommy Fury?
I think it was like $1 million.
Really?
Mm.
$1 million.
Mm.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Was
I
that
was
all?
trying to find it today. I think it was around. You can look it up there, but yeah, it wasn't crazy. Like,
Right. I
Mm.
thought it would have been a couple of mil.
but like even still, like
Yeah.
comparing it to those things,
Yeah.
10 mil.
10
10 mil.
Mm.
Around about 10 mil.
Tommy Fury should try, like, realistically, if he's got good exposure, his next move, if he actually wants to do that kind of expedition, like not professional boxing, but like a bit more of a spectacle, I would be going here Floyd Mayweather. Like Floyd Mayweather fought comedy,
He'd still
like,
beat him, though,
comedy
like.
shorts gamer. Like.
Oh no,
He fought
Deadly,
Deadly. Like.
that's mad.
Like at least Tommy Fury's a boxer.
Tommy Fury McGregor.
Oh,
I
McGregor
don't
on
think
Twitter
Tommy-
that night. Have you seen any
No.
stuff?
Oh
Oh
my
my! I
God.
was.
What was he saying?
Me and him
Oh,
were
you
sitting
know,
listening to
there,
it.
like.
Oh, it's funny.
That's so funny.
McGregor was like just in the Lamborghini, speedboat. He was like, "You bum,
Yeah,
you little
fucking-
bitch boy, yeah.
Who called him out? Was it?
You'll do nothing."
Who did call him out during the fight?
Yeah,
Was it KSI called him, or was
Oh,
it
is not up here?
it was Logan Paul.
Logan Paul?
Yeah,
called him
I would
out,
say he's
yeah.
probably deleted half of him because he sounded airlocked.
Logan Paul was so fucking cringy after that.
Yeah.
though. Oh man.
I faced the devil. I faced the devil tonight. No, you didn't.
Yeah, fucking dickhead. Like, I lost a lot of respect from him after that. Like.
Hmm.
And then
I don't think you'll get the McGregor stuff. I'd say he's deleted it. He sounds
him
pure
Pierce.
Yeah. But he was in his Lamborghini boat watching it and all, and he was pure just like, you know, McGregor like recording voice notes on Twitter and all. And he was like, "You boom, yeah."
You're a fucking
Maybe I'll
Called
just
by
Dylan
Dylan
Dennis.
Dennis.
Yeah. But another sporting event at the weekend happened.
Dylan Dennis is
This is it,
bitch.
Oh.
I was not entertained. I was not entertained, huh? I was impressed. Good shots. Need to believe in his little shots more and let them go. Some of them were all right. Some of them ones he was throwing were all right, yeah? He just need to let them go a little bit more.
Who's this
What's
about?
that man do anyway? Didn't even wobble him. Didn't even hurt them. You little fool. You were in a dark spot. Guess what, mate? You're back in a dark spot now. Yeah, back into the locker room with your one. Thinking of all the shit that thing's that they're going through, lads, yeah? You're still in a dark spot, bro, yeah? You done nothing. You done nothing, lads, yeah? Yep, the crew.
You can imagine. You gotta give it. You can imagine his wife sitting on the boat just being like, "Well, here he goes, la. He's you
so
say what you
funny,
want.
dog.
He's fun." I was sitting listening to that and
There's
then
another
we
one
were in
as well.
tears. La.
I want to see the crossover where the YouTube boxers go into UFC like, and just get their faces fucking
Yeah.
smashed. Like.
No, not that like.
Yeah, see that's the thing. Like, you can get away with it in boxing, but they wouldn't in UFC. Like, imagine Dylan Dennis and KSI and or fucking Logan Paul and that. Like.
But
Please, that's what we want to see.
another thing that was strange and startling about this week, Ireland. Ireland. We're so close.
Don't even talk about it.
Oh, they coulda.
I don't watch rugby, but
They
that was good.
coulda.
Like.
It was. I think you went from watching the Scotland game and you were just fired up after the Scotland game. You were like,
Yeah.
I
yes.
seriously, right up until the final whistle, I seriously thought we were going to do it.
Yeah,
And so did the entire Ballymena Rugby Club.
yeah. You were
Did you go out to watch it?
Me and my dad went to Ballymena Rugby Club to watch it.
I can imagine the scenes. Lah.
And as soon as the final whistle blew, it was
It's just
silent.
Because I'm not in the rugby, like, but we had it on, and
Yeah,
it was like
I was
proper
watching
getting
it.
into it.
Yeah.
And then at the end, when they were going for that final try, it was like, holy fuck.
it just means. So
I remember
much.
turning to you and being like, "Is that it?" And you were like, "That's it," like, and I was like,
That's
Yeah.
it.
"Really?"
Quarterfinals again. We've never got past. Every single World Cup, bar one, we've exited on the quarterfinals. And the one we
Sick,
didn't,
man.
we exited in the pool stage.
Tough run though.
But
Very
Very
bad for
tough run.
Sexton. Like,
How jammy are England? Not to be one of these guys, but how jammy are
I think
England?
it's
with
still
their-
in it.
Jimmy,
Yeah, they're semi-finalists, and the hardest
Yeah.
team they've played is fucking Fiji.
yeah.
that's fucking.
We had to do
ridiculous.
South Africa,
their
Scotland,
group
New
stages.
Zealand.
Their group stages were pretty good. Like ours were. Yeah, ours were.
Horrendous.
You showed them to me the day they were announced,
Yeah.
and I went, dear.
It's fixed.
Yeah.
Fucking
We had
fixed.
Scotland.
The
New
two
Zealand.
hardest in our pool was Scotland and South Africa, and
Yeah.
then our quarterfinal was against New Zealand or
Yeah.
France, and it was obviously New Zealand. It
But
was a good
obviously-
fight though.
Yeah.
It was here.
Yeah.
We put up a good fight, and New Zealand were just
At
better.
the start,
Yeah.
just fucked us. Do you know? I think.
I think it was
Let
just
them
a
just run
series
away
of
with it
little,
at the start,
a
like.
little small.
A lot of wee mistakes,
yeah.
wasn't there?
We looked panicked the
Yeah.
entire time. It wasn't the Ireland that I watched in the 4 pool stages beforehand. They looked calm, collected. Even against South Africa, something wrong would happen, and they go, "Here, so what?
Yeah,
we know what
we'll
to do."
get it.
Whereas I think it was just in their heads with New Zealand, because New
If
Zealand put
It's
us
the
out last time
semi-final
as
thing,
well.
was it? That was in their heads. Like,
Quarter
It's
But
final.
if there was
as
an
far
off
as
5
far as we
minutes,
got,
like an off 5 minutes, and they probably would have won it. Like,
Yes, you say that though, but
But what
I mean,
happened?
when
Was
you're-
it not
well, in
handy?
reality, we could have probably got Johnny Saxon to drop kick it if we weren't more than 3 points
Yeah.
away
Mm.
from winning it. And the only reason we were more than 3 points from winning it, I forget which player it was, but one of the Irish players pulled
Nice.
one of the All Blacks down off the ball, and the All Blacks got a penalty, and the All Blacks scored 3 points.
they
from
missed
that.
some shots as well. Like,
If we,
like,
yeah,
New Zealand did. Like we were watching it, and I was like they must have missed like 3 or
a
4 in
couple
a
of the
row.
conversions weren't.
Conversions, like.
yeah.
Yeah.
And,
Duff.
and that's something we should have done. Like, we had plenty of opportunities to go for the points, but instead we went for a line out at the corner, and we
Yeah.
didn't get any points from it. So we would have won if we went for the points. But
Fair play, lads.
We move on.
We'll get them next time.
next time,
Do
Anyway.
you have a discussion topic, or do you want to go straight into the comments?
I'll do it quickly. Keep an eye. We're hosting the what do you call it in
Euros.
Euros 2028.
Ooh.
Casement Park's being built.
Casement Park is being
Ew.
redeveloped.
How do you like that?
Ew.
You raging?
No.
I
was thinking one day you're
Yous
waiting
need
for me
it
to go,
now.
flip the table. It's not good enough.
Roscoe's Super TUV.
Right, so the English Open was last week in the snooker,
Mm-hmm.
and one of the players called Ding, he's a Chinese player,
Oh,
and he got docked to frame for wearing the wrong trousers during the game.
Seriously?
Yeah. But
Right.
what the biggest fucking flex out of the whole thing, he went ahead to win it 4-3. Like.
Right.
I just thought that was fucking amazing for a play to him. Like. He had to forfeit the opening frame for wearing the wrong trousers in his 4-3 victory over I can't pronounce that. Like. In the English Open on Monday, the 36-year-old donned his usual brown snooker suit with a bow tie and waistcoat, having forgotten about they had to dress in all black for the event.
Right.
What do you think of that? I think that's fucking ridiculous. Like.
Yeah. It's a bit weird that you're docked for what you're wearing.
It's a bit like
Yeah.
Wimbledon.
Yeah.
But then I suppose
way-
like you're not going to walk onto a football pitch wearing another team's kit. Like.
Mm.
It's different though, that like.
Yeah.
Is it?
But like us, like having to wear the same coloured boots as everyone, like.
Yeah.
It's pretty baller that he came on and still won. Like.
Still
Yeah.
on,
You
like,
know,
big
fucking
boy.
G, like.
He was like, I'll just do what I want. I'm
Pro-
going to win anyway.
Probably done on purpose. He knew he was going to win, like, and just was like, fuck it. Fuck the rest of you.
Full send.
But should they not have really just told him, like, go change and come back and, like,
it's probably the type of thing they're like, you should know by now, like.
Mm.
You should have known.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's kind of one of them things that has to start on time as well, isn't it? So he probably walked out like 30 seconds before it started, and they were like, well,
take your clothes off.
It'd be
Fucking
better
play
if he
naked
didn't
cunt.
know and he was just like, fuck it.
Yeah.
No, I don't care. I want to wear what I want.
Legendary move, like. But fair fucks to Alding.
Hurling.
Anyway, getting into the community crack.
Here we go.
You've been looking through some
Fucking
comments.
back again.
Any funny,
Back at it, hey.
any funny stuff? Obviously, we're introducing segments into the podcast, trying to keep everything all in one. Let you know what you'd expect. We also want to get you people involved. If you're listening, watching, if you see any clips, drop a comment, send us a DM, send us an email, anything like that. Get involved in the conversation. And yes, I was going to say, if you're lucky enough, we'll feature you in an episode. That sounds a bit arrogant.
Let's not get ahead
If
of
you would
ourselves.
be so blessed, you will be featured in the next episode of the Here's the Crack podcast. But yeah, we want to get you guys involved. So this segment of the podcast will be a community crack. Will basically be specifically for you people who watch and listen and engage with our content. So yes, Shay's been on the lookout for some comments. What have you got for us, big boy?
I've seen a lot of people seem to take offense to you talking about your wedding.
Right?
oh, did they?
They.
What do you mean?
The one we done the night before the wedding.
Right?
People
yeah.
were like just saying no to you, like it being a good thing to do. Like. So
What do you mean?
one of the first comments was
Just let him read them. Like, what are you
gonna
doing?
read it,
What do
like-
you mean?
Well,
Ross is you're freaking out. He's like, what?
said,
Was this the clip
this
you put up?
this cunt with the glasses is such a wanker. No, I'm
Really?
joking.
Was this
Chronic.
no? Just to clarify, was this the clip where I was saying about like people shouldn't stress? Like the only thing you should
Yeah.
worry about is
Mhm.
Yeah,
I thought that might ruffle a few feathers, but here.
Yeah.
Can give a
So
shite.
first comment: a wedding is nothing more than a day to have superficial bragging rights. 24 hours later, people no longer care and have forgotten about your wedding already.
Sounds like you've class friends.
What?
Oh,
Sounds like sounds like that person has class friends. If they don't care about your wedding, they don't give a shit about you. Basically,
Jesus.
Yeah.
Harsh lad.
Did you see?
That was like anything.
Really off topic. Did you see the comment I replied to last night? Oh my god, erective. He goes, this guy replied, and I was just sitting. I was watching TV, and it just so happened it popped up as I was DMing someone to come on the podcast.
Yeah.
And he goes, it was the Westlink one.
Right.
And so many people just think they're historians. It's flipping hilarious. This guy just commented and was like, you should go to, think you lads need to go back to school. But he spelled school SKOOL. And then I replied, I goes, the irony of this comment when you can't even spell school. And he replied immediately, it was like, sure, you knew what I meant. I was like, yeah.
How do you like that?
Get wrecked.
Yeah.
His name was Alan. I was like, Alan,
Hello.
you back your books, son. I looked at Lucinda, I was like, you see that? Lucinda was like, you got him. I was like, I know.
So another guy says, it's a pile of shite. If I had the choice again, I'd get married in a very quiet ceremony and tell everyone, see you in the pub afterwards.
That's a fair point.
Do you agree or disagree? Obviously
Hmm.
strongly disagree now, from what you've said.
Looking back on it now, I do believe that the only two people that need to be there is the two people getting married, and that's really like what matters. But I did have a good day, so I wouldn't go back and go. I wouldn't be like, oh, I just go away and get married. I definitely wouldn't want to do it with just us. I loved having like close family and friends and stuff there.
Yeah.
You know,
That's what makes it like.
that's what makes it.
His family hate him, man. I went way back in the archives, this one then.
Oh,
To
the archives were deadly.
To the Stephen Nolan video.
Oh, fuck me.
Stevie Nolan.
Someone goes, I heard someone say on the radio, if Nolan wore a mask before he went to his fridge, he would be a whole new character.
Oh no, you can't be saying that. People are savage against that man.
Oh, no,
People
he gets
are
a bad rap.
savage.
The scrolling you would have done to get that.
Oh my days, hey.
I was like, I need to go back and see what was said. But it was just mostly people telling to fuck off about the mask, so it's not really relevant now. Like, but
fair.
I thought that it was well put. It wasn't directly
Yeah.
saying anything bad about him, but
Yeah.
That was one of our first viral videos.
Yeah.
that's right. Throw back to that. Remember that day happening and all
The
that?
good old days, hey?
But anyway, if you see any clips or anything you want to engage with on the podcast, just let us know. Comment, send us a DM, all that there. And yeah, if we notice it, we'll feature it. I was gonna say, if you're lucky enough. If you're lucky enough. But anyway,
Am I the asshole?
Here we go.
yes, getting on to Am I the Asshole? So bringing this, because this gets the people going. So am I the asshole for telling my wife I'm not going to sacrifice my hobbies just so that I can babysit? My wife Jane is a 34 female and I am a 38-year-old male. We've been together for 5 years. She also brought my stepdaughter Emily, who's 9, into our marriage. We have her for 4 days a week, Monday to Thursday, while she's at her dad's Friday to Sunday. From the beginning, Jane told me Emily doesn't need a second father figure, as she has her dad to fill that role. I was only supposed to be a trusted authority figure in case she ever needed anything. I didn't mind and try my best to respect that boundary. She's a sweet kid anyway and doesn't cause trouble, so it's not like I have to discipline her. Her father is also a really good dad. Emily's dad recently got married and his wife has 2 kids of her own who are at their place Wednesday to Saturday and at their dad's Sunday to Tuesday. Emily and her new step siblings do not get along. They're always fighting and it's a pretty toxic environment. Emily's dad asked Jane if they change their custody schedule to match his step kids to keep the kids away from each other. It's not a big deal in and of itself because we don't live far from each other. So picking and dropping up is not an issue. The issue is my wife agreed to it without consulting me. Jane is currently doing a certification course. This is Jane, the wife, is currently doing a certification course for the next 12 months, and they have classes on Saturdays from 9 to 5. She asked me if I can babysit Emily on Saturdays, and I said I can't because I play golf with my brother and sister on Saturday mornings from 8 to 1. This has been our tradition from before Jane and Emily came into my life, and I had told Jane from much before that this is important to me and my siblings. She asked if I can move to another day, but I said that's not possible because my siblings also have jobs and families of their own, so Saturday was the best day for us. I told her she can hire a babysitter, but she doesn't want to spend the money when I can do it for free. I told her that wouldn't work for me. She then got mad and said golf is stupid and I should put my stepdaughter over my siblings. That pissed me off, so I told her I'm not going to sacrifice my hobbies just so that she can have a free babysitter. For the record, I don't have anything against Emily. I babysat her before and she's a good kid. If there was a family emergency or if it was an occasional occurrence, then yeah, I would cancel my golf for that day to take care of her, but I can't give up something that's so important to me for 12 months continuous. She called me selfish, slept on the couch. Am I the asshole?
So it's his sister's child.
No, so basically he married this girl called
Jessica.
Jane. Jane came with a child from
Julie.
a previous marriage. So the child stays with them certain days and then goes to the dad certain days. The real dad. The dad has then married himself, and that relationship that he's married into has brought 2 kids, but the thing is all the kids, the stepkids, don't get along.
Mhm.
So they're basically asking if Emily, who's the wife's child, can stay with them
Yeah.
over the weekends. The issue is that the wife has a class on a Saturday, so he'd have to give up golf. So
Should she
it's
not
a
give up
bit.
the class?
No, I think it's like an actual like classes in like a uni class for like education for her work and stuff.
Take the child with you.
I don't think it's as easy as that.
Although what
Give her
is
a
easy,
biscuit.
what actually is quite easy is paying a babysitter for a couple of hours on a Saturday morning.
So a lot of people, we did read into this in the comment section, and a lot of people were like, "This seems like," well, I do think that he said at the start of that, basically, whenever he married your girl Jane, she came in with the child Emily, but basically made it clear she does not need a father figure,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So she's which I find. I'm not in that position, so I'm not going to say how I feel, but I would be a bit like, whoa, okay, right.
It's a bit much.
Bit
just to
much,
come out
like,
with at the
you
start.
know, like it's like, as in, you know, do not get too close to her. She has her dad. You don't need to be swanning around, but like, it doesn't mean that he can't contribute and maybe, you know, care for the child and all that there. But basically, the issue is now, it's like, what does he do?
You'd
Yeah.
imagine if they're married, like,
Yeah,
he's sort of taking that on board, though.
yeah. So I'm in 2 schools of thought with this, where I think that, but then also I think it needs to be a wider discussion between like the 4 parents. That it's like, here's the issue. How are we going to work around this? Like, does the dad take
I think,
Emily in
like,
the morning? Like, do you know what I mean?
Not giving up golf for one weekend, like.
No, it's for
It's-
continuously
it's-
for 12 months. She has a
Oh.
class every Saturday for 12 months. They've
Could he not go golfing on a Sunday, though?
well, he said, can he reschedule it? But
But then at the same time, if you're working all week, like, you only get to see your mates once. Then it's like 4 hours, like.
well, it's he
Mm.
goes golfing with his brother and sister on a Saturday, and he said the reason he can't change it is because they have families too.
Yeah.
So I think
It's a
where it's
difficult one,
kind of
like.
went wrong is that they've agreed to like rescheduling the whole custody agreement thing without consulting
Him.
everyone.
But the
Yeah.
class thing as well, like, she's just went ahead and done that without discussing that.
But I think
Yeah.
I think
Was that
judging by
prior?
what that was prior. So she had already, you
Well,
know,
who looked after the child before then?
the dad. So
was
the,
with-
the actual dad looked after the child, but the issue now is he's married this other woman and she's brought 2 kids and all the kids don't get along. So the dad's asking he reshuffle the custody agreement to keep the kids separately.
No.
You know what you should do?
The dad's
Just fucking tell the kids to get along.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
fuck
The-
that.
Grow the fuck up.
Yeah, seriously. Like,
The
Grow the
biological
fuck up.
mother,
Good
the
point.
biological mother and the biological father are in the wrong to create a situation without consulting the other party, basically,
Yeah.
because the biological mother and father have now made a decision that the stepfather now has to give up his Saturday to look after this kid without even asking him first. Like, that would
Yeah.
piss me off. You know, I find the word babysitting a bit strange, though.
Yeah.
That's strange, but
Yeah.
still.
Just stick the kids in
yeah,
together.
The dad
They-
needs to sort that out. Like,
Yeah.
the kids don't get
like,
along. Like,
if
Jesus
what if
Christ.
he goes for the golf for like 4 hours a day? Surely he can pick them up when he's finished. Like,
Yeah.
you know, after that, like the child can survive for 4 hours, like once
Yeah.
a week, like.
I think where it's broke down is exactly what Aaron said. I think once you integrate someone in your family, then they need to they need to be involved in the discussions and be like, does this suit you? I would say this situation could have been easily resolved, but if the biological mum and biological dad actually considered and thought about it logically. So I don't think he's the asshole, but I think he should say we need to discuss this properly. It can't just be something that
It's been sort of thrown upon him.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
anyway.
because like I do have a stepdad,
Yeah.
and I also have a dad who is a good dad,
Yeah.
and it'd be weird if my mum and my dad, when I was a child,
Formed a coup.
formed an agreement that my stepdad would look after me on Saturdays alone,
Yeah.
without asking my stepdad.
Yeah.
That'd be really weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Surely
True.
he can afford to go golfing, like, so he's probably can
Oh,
afford
no, afford
a
a
few pound for a
babysitter.
fucking babysitter, like if he's
Fucking hell.
paying
But,
for golf.
I
for the
actually,
weekend,
think the easiest answer to this is fucking pay a couple of quid for a babysitter.
Yeah.
like.
Even like a cousin. You know,
Yeah, surely
tenner.
the family members, like even if it was every other week or something,
Yeah.
you could drop the golfing for like
It's
every
one of
fortnight,
them.
like.
Fortnight,
It's one of them
yeah.
things that it probably seems like a big situation, but when you actually look at it logistically, it's not that. It's not that big of a deal, and it's a situation that could be very much avoided.
easily
Oh, no.
avoided.
But anyway, we're
Definitely.
not relationship coaches. But for now, I'm going to declare him a group consensus. Not the asshole, but you need to
Do
you
better.
Need, you
Do
need to
better.
sort the logistics out better, bro.
Like most of these are communication skills need to.
Yeah, basic
Heighten.
communication skills. But anyway. Okay, so we're going to head
Oh,
into the
shit.
last segment. Question time.
Here we go.
It's your last meal.
Oh,
You're in
God.
prison, rest of your life. Last meal, right? 3 courses, right? So that's starter, main course, dessert, including drinks.
Well, I'm not going to pick
If
soup.
you want, I can give you examples while you think.
Yeah, go.
Okay, so mine starter would be ham hock arancini.
What the fuck?
Man has been brought
He's
up
thinking like
privileged.
chicken nuggets or
to
something.
be fair, it's basically like risotto, like deep fried risotto balls with
Don't know what
mozzarella
risotto is.
cheese. That's all it is.
Nice.
That for starter, along with you're
buddy.
gonna make fun of me for this. Stella Artois unfiltered as a drink, along with it.
Fair. Keep
Uh,
going. Just keep
My
going.
main course would be simple. It would be a traditional spaghetti bolognese, okay, with a pint of Peretti.
Right?
Right.
Okay.
And for dessert, I would have creme brulee with a 21-year-old Bushmills whiskey.
Oh fuck!
Nice.
Just stop saying.
Go.
21-year-old man.
Start with Thomas first.
Starter, I think I'd go salt and chili chicken.
Nice.
That's a main, but you're here. Last
You
week.
can't get it
Can
as
be
a
with it.
starter
Yeah,
in
you
some
can.
places.
You can, like,
Yeah,
yeah.
finger food.
Main course, tough one, like.
What would you have to drink with it though?
Probably a pint of Guinness.
Hmm.
Oh, this is tough. Went
do
for
my starter.
I went for roast dinner before the other week. It was really good.
Nice.
You go here. Just go starters.
Right, my
me
starter will
time to
be chili garlic prawns and oil.
My starter would be buffalo chicken wings.
And what would you just have to drink?
I would have a pint of Hop House.
I think I'd have a glass of JD and Coke.
Nice.
Plenty of ice.
Main course.
Main courses.
Oh, you went for that dinner in the Bowery the other week, didn't you?
So good.
Good luck.
That was so good.
So would you have a roast dinner?
I don't know. Just think of this in my head. I love just basic. This is really basic,
Yeah.
but Goujon's chips coleslaw.
Nice. And what would you have to drink with it?
Don't know if I'd want. If we're going just pints, probably like Pepsi Max or something.
Yeah.
Nice. For main course, definitely a ribeye steak, medium rare, with what do you call those fucking potatoes with the cream and all on them? And
Like
the-
patas bravas.
yes,
Patas bravas. Yeah.
yes.
I would also have medium rare steak.
What
I
type
would
of steak?
have ribeye.
Ribeye.
I would
It's the
also
goat, like.
have.
It's the
I would
fucking
also
goat.
have champ, not
Nice.
champ. Sorry, cream potatoes, and I would also
Oh.
have.
Stop.
I haven't ate yet.
I would also
I'm
have
fucking
salt and
starving.
chili potato wedges,
Jesus.
and I would wash that down with Fanta lemon.
And what would you have to drink?
Oh fuck! I was just hearing you say Fanta lemon, that would be good. Like, I'll have a Copperberg then. Mixed
Nice.
berries after that. Steaming.
Okay, and dessert.
If you're listening to this right now and hungry, we're sorry.
Baked Alaska.
Oh, yeah, nice.
I am not a big dessert person, but I would have an Irish coffee to finish it out.
That
As
is
my
the
dessert.
drink portion of your dessert.
But
so
I'd
you
have
can then
that as-
also have a dessert.
I'd have that as my dessert. I'm not really big into dessert.
And then would you have another drink as well, like a whiskey or something?
I'd have what pairs with an Irish coffee? Maybe like I'd have a Coke with it. I have a Coke with
A
it.
Coke and an Irish coffee. What?
I was gonna say a Bailey's, like, but I don't really like Bailey's. Like, it'd probably pair well with it.
What would you have drank with your Beck Alaska?
Oof. Probably like a
Glass of cum.
JD and Coke.
With
Wow.
ice.
Super weird. Anyway, I would have a hot brownie, and I would wash that down with probably another pint, or I think I'd go with quite like what you were saying. What do you call that? Japanese whiskey.
Oh, Centauri.
Centauri. Yeah.
It's a good
Would
shout.
definitely wash it down with that on ice.
Nice.
Would be very nice. But anyway, I'm sufficiently hungry now, so we'll wrap that up
Yeah.
there. Thank you very, very much for listening, and we look forward to speaking next week. Cheerio!
Here we go.
Right.